What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before I get started with today's video, I'm doing this one-handed with a cell phone, so give me a break on whether this is shaky or not. Anyway, today's video is going to be an update regarding the Denver 3D printed carbon fiber tube and the breather that comes in the kit. In the last video I talked about the fact that this was developed on a Challenger. The Challenger does not have heat extractor vents in the hood like the Chargers do. And as you can see as I pan up and down, that breather is slightly off to the left of the heat extractor vent, but with the right angle, water coming in would go straight into that blower. So I've been working with Cody, from 3D or D3D, and he's created this prototype shroud to go over the filter. And right now I don't know how many of these he has. He sent this to me for testing purposes since he has a Challenger. But you can see it does a pretty good job of covering the breather from the side. When you pan around to the top, the edge of that breather, because it is an angled breather, it is a little exposed still. Again, I've got that kind of situated in there so that, to me at least, it's kind of the right angle for blocking water coming into that vent at an angle. Turn the light on here. You can see that even with the shroud on, the rubber, whatever the hell that thing is, can still be put on. Still covers the whole strut tower, whatever the hell that assembly is there. This is another 3D piece printed by Cody. It kind of matches, I believe it's the same material as what he uses for the Devil's Mask that I have there. The last time I talked to him, I'm not sure when this might be ready for production. I've provided a little bit of feedback. I personally think if it was about 1/4 of an inch wider, I think it would cover more of the top. Of course, I could rotate it over a little bit, which would probably give me more coverage from the top. So I'm not exactly sure when it'll be available. If I hear from him that, they're going to be available or whatever, I'll try to let people know. But anyway, in addition to that, while I was waiting for Cody to develop that and send that over, I actually found another kind of a shroud. So this is actually, I forget what the name of the company is, but basically it is a carbon fiber piece. There you go. I forget what the hell ADD stands for. But anyway, I'll put a link to this in the video. But you can see that that is almost a complete semicircle around the breather. Unfortunately, I don't have any video of this on the car. Interesting story. I had that breather on the car before Cody sent me that piece. And for anybody that's done this to their car, whatever you do, if you're trying to take that breather off the car after it's been on and it's been run for a while, that little piece of hose that comes off the breather will basically seal to that ribbed fitting. And if you try to pull from the breather, you will rip the breather right off of where it connects to the rubber grommet, or to the rubber hose there. Right now, that one I have is kind of super glued on, so eventually at some point I will be taking that one off and replacing it with another one. But as you can see, I'm going to try to hold this one in here to get an idea. Again, if you come around to the side here, one-handed, this is fun. You can see that it does provide, a little bit, to me, a little bit more coverage because of the semicircular nature of the piece. I'm not sure which one I will ultimately run. I will continue to test this for Cody. That way he can have some feedback, and if he finds that a lot of people want this part, he'll probably start offering it on his website. So just so everybody knows, after talking with Cody, the fitting, the opening for the hose that's on the one he sends in the kit is a 15 millimeter inside diameter. So I actually found two different ones, this one here and then this one here, which actually will be the one I will probably use. I like the, the red filter material, and then the chromed out, breather parts. But these two here are both 15 millimeter inside diameter openings. I did actually find one that looks just like the 15 millimeter, but it's an 18 millimeter. So I might actually try putting this on the car and seeing if it makes it a little bit easier to take on and off if necessary. I'm hoping that with the Shroud on, whether it's this one or Cody's, I'll be able to get enough force on the clamp to basically get enough clamping force to hold this on. I don't know that that's going to be possible yet. Haven't actually tried it. But just before I end the video, you can see how this one actually attaches. It kind of wraps around. You can see right now it's kind of distorted because it's not on the car, because this thing does put pressure. These tabs here do put pressure, and I got the clamp tightened pretty tight to hold it on there right now. When it's on the car, obviously this won't be deformed because, the fitting will be inside it. But you can see basically this thing goes underneath of the regular clamp, and it just gets clamped into place. I don't know if I'll be able to show you on Cody's or not, but on Cody's, the one he created, yeah, you're probably not gonna be able to see it if I can get around here. Probably I can't tell what's showing, but anyway, that piece, there's molded into the 3D printed material, basically a clamp that's built right into it. So he's going to change the positioning of the nut that holds that thing together. But as of right now, the way he developed that, because it's that 3D printed material, there's not a lot of flexibility to it. So you really don't even have to clamp it down. Once you have that thing wrapped around the breather and you get it onto the fitting, it creates enough tension. There you go. You can see the piece of the 3D material there. It creates enough force that, that's not going anywhere. That thing's been on the car now for maybe 2 weeks. And I've driven the car probably, I don't know, 200 or 300 miles. With it on the car, a lot of different situations, a lot of heavy boost on the motor, getting into the car and that kind of stuff. And I've noticed nothing, from the perspective of that thing moving or anything like that. So I think that piece is a good option. Again, I don't know whether he will make it a little bit wider. And again, I don't know when these might be available, from him. Again, the last time I talked to him, I'm not sure about when he's going to start making these available on his website. So in the short term, if you want something else, I will put a link to this carbon fiber piece in the video. And I'll also put links to both the two 15 millimeter breathers and the 18 millimeter breather. I might post another short video. Of course, I said this was going to be short, and we're already at almost 10 minutes. But anyway, I'll post another short video after I try this to see if I can get enough clamping force on this 18 millimeter to make it sure it stays on. Personally, I like the idea of the 18 millimeter because when you release the clamp, it should just come right off, and you don't have to dick around with trying to heat the hose and all that other fun stuff to get that damn thing off over there. But yeah, don't pull on the breather because you will rip it right off of the hose. Anyway, hopefully this video helps people out. So there you go.